tears. Barcelona had to let him go because of their financial problems. And I think going to Paris was a marriage of convenience. You know, it made a lot of sense for the Qatari owners because they had the World Cup coming up. They wanted to make sure that they had the best players in the world playing for a team that was owned by Qatar. So they had Neymar, they had Mbappe, they had Messi, and they had their dream final, Messi against Mbappe. So from a commercial point of view, if you speak to people at PSG, they will say, look, this makes sense. We made money from this deal. And also, of course, Lionel Messi has made a lot of money from this deal as well. But both parties have decided that now is the right time for him to leave. I think PSG could have maybe tried harder to convince him to stay if they had wanted him to stay. But I think his heart is set on leaving Paris. I know we're all talking about it like it's been doom and gloom and it's been a disaster. Yes, they didn't win the Champions League, but they're 5 points clear at the top of the French First Division at the moment. He could leave having won 2 titles. I know most people win the title if you play for Paris Saint-Germain anyway, but I think it was good while it lasted. Everybody achieved what they wanted to achieve, but now is the time to move on.
Since his move, he's become a World Cup winner, hasn't he? But he's at a stage of his career where perhaps it would make sense then to go back to Barcelona, where his heart is. Do you think that is the only place he's going to go to next? Look,
I think he's going to have some options. As far as Barcelona are concerned, he left Barcelona for financial reasons. He was getting paid something like, I think it was, 100 million euros a year. He was asked to take a 50% pay cut. He couldn't do that. He obviously had a better offer from PSG. Those financial problems are still there at Barcelona. Barcelona have to cut their wage bill. One thing you have to say for Spanish football is La Liga is very, very strict when it comes to enforcing their own financial fair play rules. So it will be difficult for Barcelona to sign him. He will have to take another wage cut. He will have to prove that he really, really wants to go back to Barcelona because he has other offers on the table. I mean, if he goes back to Barcelona, what you would think that he would... Maybe they could afford to pay him something like 25 million euros a year. Well, just consider if he was to go to somewhere like Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia, there are reports that they are willing to pay him up to 400 million euros for just one season. Now, I think we've always got to be careful